Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education based Indiana High School Athletic Association varsity girls basketball game. We are at Peru High School, just north of Kokomo, about 20 miles. Going to be one game tonight, just one game, varsity contest. The JV contest will not happen. I understand there are some illness in the JV. I'm not going to tell you which side it is, but no JV contest. Going to have a varsity contest, and it's going to start here in about 10 or 12 minutes. And we'll mention tonight's radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. That's weekday mornings, 9 to noon on 93.1 FM or WIBC.com. Today's game going to feature the Hamilton Heights Huskies as they travel to Peru, Indiana, going to do battle with the Peru Tigers. Girls basketball tonight. Both teams are shooting at their leisure right now, and they're jamming to some Survivor, a little bit of Eye of the Tiger. And we'll mention a little bit about each school. First, we'll talk about the visiting team on the scoreboard. That's the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. Hamilton Heights High School has a school enrollment of 687. They'll play in sectional 24, their class 3A, along with Peru. And we'll mention class 3A, sectional 24. There are six in that sectional, and that sectional will take place this year at Yorktown High School. In that sectional right now, Delta, the Lady Eagles are 6-0. That's an overall record. Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies are 4-2. Newcastle Lady Trojans are 3-3. The Connorsville Lady Spartans, they are the next opponent for the Lady Huskies. That'll be Saturday. We'll talk about that in a moment. Connorsville Lady Spartans are 3-2. Yorktown, the Lady Tigers are 2-4. And Jay County, the Lady Patriots, are 1-2. The principal at Hamilton Heights High School is Whitney Gray. The assistant principal is Mitch Street. The dean of students is Lori Hippensteel. The athletic director is Kurt Ogden. The athletic assistant is Lee Ann Moppet. And the athletic trainer is Dr. Jan Clifton Gaw. Hamilton Heights High School is located at 25802 State Road 19, Arcadia, Indiana, 46030. You can dial them up by telephone at 317 984 3551. On the website, it is hhschuskies.org. There were the colors orange, white, and brown. They perform in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. There are a total of 9 teams in the Hoosier Conference. They have 4 teams in the East. And right now they stack up like this. The Western Lady Panthers are 4-1 overall. Tipton, the Lady Devils are 2-3. Hamilton Heights, the Lady Huskies are 4-2. And the Logansport Lady Berries are 0-5. In the West Division of the Hoosier Conference, they have not played a conference game as of yet in the West Division. Rensselaer Central, they're 5-1. Benton Central, 3-1. Central Catholic, they are 3-3. Twin Lakes, 2-5. And also West Lafayette, 2-5. Hamilton Heights Huskies, as mentioned, they are 4-2 on the season. They average, this is an average in 6 ball games. They average 63.8 points offensively per game. They give up defensively in 6 games, an average of 57.5. The head coach of the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies, working in year number 2, is Aaron Shrimpy. 9 wins, 19 losses. for the Huskies. That's so far, and we'll mention she's a 6-year coach, working in year number 6 overall. 58 wins, 61 losses. And as mentioned, the next game on the agenda for the Lady Huskies will be this Saturday, December the 6th. That will be a home game in the afternoon. JV at noon, the varsity at 1:30. And the opponent will be the Connersville Lady Spartans. Now, for the Peru Lady Tigers, they're the home team tonight on the scoreboard. They have a school enrollment of 588. And we'll also mention they're in Class 3A, Sectional 23. And in their sectional, I should mention, their sectional will be played at Western High School. There are 7 in their sectional. We'll mention Western Lady Panthers, they're 4-1. Peru Lady Tigers 4-4. Those are overall records. And also in their sectional, West Lafayette, the Lady Red Devils, Twin Lakes, the Lady Indians, Mechaniquot, the Lady Braves, Logansport, the Lady Berries, and the Northwestern Lady Tigers. Principal at Peru High School is Paul Fry. The athletic director is Adam Yates. Kind gentleman, I met him just a little bit ago. And also, appreciate athletic secretary, that's Heather Mazzillo. Peru Tigers High School is located at 401 North Broadway Street, Peru, Indiana 46970. You can dial them by phone by dialing 765 472 3301. On the website, it's PeruTigers.com. They perform in the Three Rivers Conference. Peru Tigers, they wear the colors old gold and black. In that Three Rivers Conference, there are 10 teams. They stack up like this. At the very top, it's the Lewis Cass Kings. They're 2-0 in the Three Rivers. They're 5-0 overall. Ritco, they're 1-0 in the conference. They're 4-1 overall. Peru, the Peru Lady Tigers are 2-1, 4-4 overall. Mechaniquot, they're 1-1 in the conference. They're 4-1 overall. Manchester, they're 1-1 and 3-1 overall. Southwood, they're 4-1. Wabash, 2-4. Northfield, 4-2. Northwestern, 0-5. And Rochester, 3-3. As mentioned, the Peru Lady Tigers are 4-4 on the season. They average offensively, this is in 8 games, 48.4 points per game. They give up an average of 48.6. Their head coach, I met her a while ago. That's Jenna Hayes. Jenna Hayes working in year number 4 at Peru High School. And I will mention she's 31 wins, 49 losses. I want to mention just a little bit about Jenna Hayes. She's a 2014 Anderson University graduate. She taught 10 years of special education before this year. She's at Peru High School now. She's a girls basketball coach, as you know. She's a PE teacher and a health teacher. And she is also an assistant boys golf coach. And I will mention she has been married for 4 years. She has a 2-year-old son. His name is Stetson. So that's a little bit about head coach Jenna Hayes for the Peru Lady Tigers. Next game on the agenda for Peru is also going to be Saturday, December 6th, 6 o'clock JV. It'll be an evening game, 7:45 for the varsity. It'll be the Peru Lady Tigers. They'll travel to Wabash to do battle with the Lady Apaches, and that will be a conference game. So clock rolling down, 50 seconds left. We've got some good officials tonight. We've got Dean Martin. Dean Martin, that's no pun. His family named him Dean. He called me today because he's an Erie representative for insurance. And I'm sorry to say I kind of need him right now. I have a banged up tailgate, but he's gonna fix it up. And he's got two other guys working with him. And a pretty good gentleman right there. We're gonna get a good officiated ball game tonight. Clock rolling down, 15 seconds. We'll talk about the Hoosier Conference and Three Rivers Conference in just a bit. We'll mention games happening this week in both conferences. We'll talk about the Class 3A, December 1 rankings for girls basketball. That's 3A. We'll talk about that. And we're going to stand at attention right now. Set this down for the national anthem. Our national anthem. They're getting ready to mention the starters. We'll do the same. First, we'll mention the starters for Hamilton Heights. Visiting team on the scoreboard. They'll start like this: 5'7" freshman, 9.7 points per game average. She wears number 3, Addison Bloom. 5'5" freshman, 11 points per game average. Number 10 is Bailey Isom. 5'8" junior, 4.3 points per game average. Wears number 12, Cameron Roten. 6'1" freshman, 24.3 points per game average. She wears number 23, Riley Suarez. And a 6-foot freshman, 11.2 points per game average. Number 44, Zoe Curry. Lady Huskies are coached by Aaron Trimpey. Now for the home team, the Peru Lady Tigers. 5'8" junior, 9.6 points per game average. Number 1, J.C. Bothwell. 5'10" junior, 7.9 points per game average. Number 2, Madeline Gatliff. 5'9" sophomore, 6.5 points average per game. Number 15, Olivia Ross. A 5'7" senior, 19.8 points per game average. Number 23, Addie Robbins. And a 5'7" senior, 4 points per game average. Wears number 24. That's excuse me. Double check that. Tina Coral. Coral. We'll call her Corel. Open up an accent there on the back end of that name. She's got a sister. Her sister's a freshman. That's Mariah Corel. Show her number 21. Head coach for the Peru Lady Tigers is Jenna Hayes. So they're getting ready to start it up right now. They're going to jump it up out on the center circle. For Peru, we're going to see number 15, Olivia Ross, 5'9" sophomore. For the Lady Huskies, we're going to see number 23, Riley Suarez. She's a freshman, 6'1". They're passing the basketball around. Make sure it's got air in it. They're going to jump it up right now. And I'm going to start this game at 6:34 p.m. Pretty low toss. It's tipped by Peru. It's in the front court now. Peru Lady Tigers. At top of the basketball, Olivia Ross. They'll work a right side. Moving the ball around, back pedal dribble, Addie Robbins. Addie Robbins, number 23. 19 points a game average. She'll dribble in. Out top, they're going to throw the ball way over and back. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Lady Huskies. So the Lady Huskies going to get the ball first time. They're going to bring it in the front court, just left of the Peru bench, brought in there by Cameron Broughton. She'll get it in point guard. That's number 10, Bailey Eisel. They'll work it left side, Addison Bloom. Out behind the arc, right side, to move the ball back. Skip pass, Bailey Eisel. She'll pick the dribble up out top. Now Cameron Roten. She'll go right side, Addison Bloom. She'll work it in, Zoe Curry, baseline. Going to reach in there, going to be almost a tie-up. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Peru. It's going to belong to the Lady Huskies. They're going to bring it in left of the bucket on the baseline. And Sean Flaherty, here's the ball game. He's walking in right now. He'll take some video. Going to be brought in by Eisel. Outside the circle, Cameron Roten. She'll dribble in off the glass. 2-point bucket. Roten for 2. First shot in the ball game. It's a 2-0 contest. Lady Huskies. Lady Huskies going to provide pressure in the backcourt, nearly stolen by Eisel. Picked up there. Going the other direction is Addie Robbins. She'll go to the corner with it. Hamilton Heights are going to almost throw it over and back again. Tracking it down there was 23, Addie Robbins. She'll work it in the paint. Off the glass. Going to be a foul called. Peru Lady Tiger is going to go the foul stripe. She'll shoot 2. They're going to whistle this foul. Hamilton Heights. And they're going to put it on the board. We hope so. We hope so. At the free throw line. 24. Kanaya Orrell. First shot up, rims off long, wouldn't go. We might not have help on the foul situation on the scoreboard. We'll try to listen. 2-0 contest. Correll going to give one more shot. Second shot up, rims off long. Again, Eisel of Hamilton Heights with the rebound. She'll try to go coast to coast. She'll bring the ball back out. She'll reset the offense with Addison Bloom. Out top, 3-point shot in the air, wouldn't go. Shot taken by Riley Suarez. Rebound put back in the paint. Good. That's Cameron Roten for 2. Cameron Roten going to get a steal at half court. There's going to be a foul occur out in front of the Peru Lady Tigers bench. They're going to whistle this foul on 23, Addie Robbins. She'll pick up her first foul in the contest. And they are going to put it on the board. That's thankful. I appreciate that. So Addie Robbins has 1. Team has 1. Hamilton Heights, they have 1 on their own team. So they're working back around. Zoe Curry outside the arc. Addison Bloom, 3-point shot, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by Peru. It's going to be a reach-in foul. They're going to call a jump ball. They're going to say Bailey Eisel tied the ball up right there on the rebound. That was Kanaya Correll, and an alternate possession arrow gives it to the Lady Huskies. So Lady Huskies going to try to bring the ball in the front court. Left the bucket on the baseline. They bring it in to Bloom. She passes it into paint. 2-point bucket, good. That's Riley Suarez for 2. It's a 6-0 contest. Lady Huskies in front. Ball's in the front court. Tipped away, stolen by Zoe Curry. It was tipped away by Cameron Rote. They'll work it down low. Tall pass. Even too tall for Suarez in the paint. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be a sub in the ball game. And it's going to be a timeout. Timeout going to be called by the Lady Tigers. And it'll be a 60-second timeout. Will mention, who's your conference? Girls basketball this week. 3 games last night. It was Rensselaer Central 57, Chesterton 43. Also, Faith Christian 44, West Lafayette 40. Tipton with Cowan was postponed. 3 games tonight, December 3rd. Hamilton Heights right here with Peru. Central Catholic is at Harrison, the Raiders. Tipton is at Taylor. 4 games tomorrow in the Hoosier Conference. Carroll at Western. Fountain Central at Central Catholic. When Lakes, that's the West Division matchup, they are at Rensselaer Central. In West Lafayette, another West Division matchup, they are at Benton Central. 4 games Saturday. We'll get to those in just a moment. So we're going to bring it in from the backcourt. Actually, we'll go ahead and mention that. 1:30, Connersville at Hamilton Heights on Saturday. 1:30, Delphi at West Lafayette. 7:30 evening game, Oak Hill at Western. And a 12:30 noon game, actually going to be 1:30. It's going to be Park Heritage at Benton Central. Brought in from the backcourt. In the front court, on the dribble, she'll pass it down low. 2-point bucket, good. Credit to bucket, Kanaya Correll, and credit the assist to Addie Robbins. And Peru is on the board. 6-2 contest. Going to go baseline. Addison Bloom takes a shot just outside the paint. 2-point bucket, good for Addison Bloom. 8-2 contest. Hamilton Heights providing pressure in the backcourt. They're trying to get it across the timeline, and they will with the dribble of Addie Robbins. She'll pick up the dribble in the front court. She'll pass it left side. Nearly a steal by Cameron Roten. Her toes were on the side court line right there in front of the Husky bench. So in the ball game is number 00, Addison, but she's a 5'4" senior. To work the ball behind the arc. Pass to the left side in front of the Husky bench. That's Robbins. Picks up her dribble, works it across the lane. 2-point shot, good. Credit to bucket. That's 15, Olivia Ross. It's an 8-4 contest. Lady Huskies by 4 in the front court of the basketball. Bailey Isel. She'll work it down low. Suarez off the glass. Right side of the glass in the paint. 2-point bucket for Riley Suarez. Suarez averaging 24.8 points per game. Ball's in the front court. Hamilton Heights trying to get the steal. Couldn't get it. There's drive in, left-handed layup. Wouldn't go. That shot taken by Addie Robbins. Hamilton Heights with the rebound. Bailey Isel to the front court. Outside the arc, 3-point shot. Good. Credit to bucket. Riley Suarez, she enters this game shooting 54% in 3-point land. She's now 15 for 27. Going to be a timeout. Going to be a 30-second timeout. Called by Jenna Hayes, head coach of the Peru Lady Tigers. And we'll mention Three Rivers Conference this week. Girls basketball, 2 games last night. They were both postponed. It was Northwestern at Carroll, and Triton at Manchester, both postponed. Tonight, 4 games, Hamilton Heights here at Peru. Rochester at Culver Lady Cavaliers. That's not Culver Academy. That's the Cavaliers. They wear orange. Southwood at Eastbrook. Lewis Cass, they are at Caston, and that is the Cass County Invitational. We'll talk about tomorrow night and Saturday here in a moment. Ball's going to be brought in front court for Peru. Cross it in on the dribble, crossing timeline. Addie Robbins works it left side. Olivia Ross, wears 15 to go elbow right side. Back to Addie Robbins. She'll dribble in. Work it outside. They're working left side, well behind the arc. On the dribble, Olivia Ross. Back out, back middle dribble. Addie Robbins goes left side again in front of the Husky bench with Olivia Ross. So working to the corner. Left side, touching the basketball there. 44, Izzy Galelli. Going to throw it away. It's going to be stolen. Going back the other direction. Suarez off the glass. Breakaway layup for 2. 15-4, Lady Huskies by 11 in the front court. Working the basketball. Back to Robbins. That's Addie Robbins. We're going to have 4 check in next dead ball. 2 from each side to go off the glass into paint, and a foul occurs. Going hard to the hoop there was 24. Orrell. They call it on Zoe Curry. Curry has 2. So Correll at the stripe. She is senior, 5'7". First shot up, scored off the rim, wouldn't go. Correll enters the ball game just below 50%. Hamilton Heights going to check out the game with Zoe Curry, and also checking out the game for a breather is Cameron Roten. In the ball game for the Lady Huskies is 14, Abby Hillfiker. And also number 4, Stella Taylor. Second shot off the rim, off the backboard, and good. I take that back. Not Stella Taylor in the ball game is 22, Reese Blanton. Reese Blanton, she's a 5'5" junior. Ball brought in backcourt. 15-5. Lady Huskies by 10 in the front court. Bailey Eisel, back pedal dribble. She'll work it left side. Behind the arc, Addison Bloom, now back out top. Center circle. Reese Blanton, she'll work it into Hillfiker. She'll go to the corner with it, driving baseline. Shot just outside the paint. Good. Spread the bucket. Riley Suarez, the 17-5 contest. 3:06 left. We're in the first quarter. Only one game tonight. It's a varsity game. Driving the lane there was Addie Robbins. Shot off the glass, wouldn't go. Rebound, Hamilton Heights. To the front court, Addison Bloom on the dribble. So cross court skip pass. Behind the arc, she's going to dribble in baseline now. Suarez should go up with the shot, got the bucket. Didn't need the rim. Straight up and straight through. Suarez for two. 19-5 contest. Lady Huskies in front. Ball tipped away across the timeline. Picked up there by Bloom. She'll push the ball up ahead. Left-handed layup good by Riley Suarez. 2:28 on the game clock. We're in the first quarter. Hamilton Heights 21. Peru 5. It'll be a double team there in the front court. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the leg of Bailey Eisel. Going to belong in the front court. It's going to be brought in by Peru Lady Tigers, Addison Butt. She'll bring it in. Addie Robbins on the dribble. Cross-court skip pass to the corner. Thought about a shot. That was number one, J.C. Boswell. They're working in bounce pass in the paint. Going to be stolen by Reese Blanton. She'll outlet right there. In the front court, Bailey Eisel. Back pedal dribble. Working against her is Addison Butt. They're working back around baseline. Outside the arc, Addison Bloom. She'll bounce it out top, Reese Blanton. She'll work it back left side behind the arc, Addison Bloom. 1 minute, 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. Back pedal dribble, going to call an offensive foul. Offensive foul off the ball is going to be called against Hamilton Heights, and that's going to be Hillfiker. So Abby Hillfiker, number 14, she's a sophomore, 6 feet tall. She picks up her first foul, and that's a turnover in the book. 1:43 on the game clock in the front court. Peru Lady Tigers ball tipped away, stolen in the front court by Bailey Eisel. She'll cross the timeline. Going to work it right side. Addison Bloom. She'll dribble in. Back to Bailey. Bailey's going to dribble, create some offense. She'll work it left side behind the arc. Reese Blanton. Nearly a steal, and it could still be, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. Trying to catch the ball there was Bailey Eisel, and good defense by Addie Robbins. Ball finally goes out of bounds. Last touched by Bailey Eisel. So they're going to bring it in half court. Tossed in right there, J.C. Boswell. She wears number one. Addie Robbins. They'll go to the corner. They'll bring it back around. Robbins outside the arc. Back pedal dribble. They're working through the corner. 3-point shot in the air wouldn't go. Shot taken there by J.C. Boswell. Rebound in the paint. Shot wouldn't go. That was 24. Tanaya Burrell and Hamilton Heights rebounds in front court. 1 minute left here in the first quarter. Working right side, left side. Reese Blanton going to dribble in. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Peru. So she went baseline. Ball's going to be brought in right at the bucket on the baseline by Bailey Eisel. She's being guarded right there closely by 15 Olivia Ross. So working in the paint, bounce pass. Caught and back up right side of the glass. 2-point bucket. Riley Suarez. 23-5. Hampton Heights in front. First quarter, 42 seconds left. Addie Robbins going to dribble to the front court. She'll work it in. She'll take a shot just outside the paint. It'll roll around. Wouldn't go. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touch by Peru. And they're going to give it to Hamilton Heights. 33.4 left. Ball brought in backcourt. Brought in by Reese Blanton. Going to dribble it to the timeline at a good trot pace. That's Bailey Eisel. Back pedal dribble. She's saying one shot. 24 seconds left. Hamilton Heights going to balance the floor. They're working left side behind the arc. Suarez. They're working the Hillfiker out top. 16 seconds. They're working down low baseline. Going to go for the shot. It's going to be a blocked shot, but it's going to be a jump ball. Simultaneous block shot possession. Reese Blanton took the shot. And Peru Lady Tigers going to get the ball on the alternate possession arrow. So Suarez going to take an extended quarter break. And also Bailey Eisel going to take a break. So in the ball game, we'll mention number 2 for Hamilton Heights. That's Gabby Lowe, 5'5" freshman. They'll bring it to the front court, 10 seconds. In the front court now, Peru Lady Tigers. Shot near the buzzer, wouldn't go. 2-point shot. She'll try a putback shot. Wouldn't go. That was number 1, J.C. Boswell. Final shot, the buzzer wouldn't go, and we'll complete 1 quarter of play. After 1 quarter of play, Hamilton Heights, Lady Huskies 23, Peru Lady Tigers 5, and we'll finish this up. Three Rivers Conference. Three Rivers Conference tonight, just the one. Should say Thursday night. We mentioned last night's games. Tonight's games, and then happening tomorrow night, just one game on December 4th. That'll be the Whitcote Lady Wildcats, and they'll go against the Bishop Lures Lady Knights. 7:30 ball game, and then on Saturday, varsity girls basketball on the 6th. Mechanical will be at Eastern. That'll be a 1:30 varsity start in the afternoon. Northfield at Manchester. That's a conference game at 7:30. Peru Lady Tigers at Wabash, another conference game at 7:45. Southwood, they are at Rochester, 7:45, another conference game. In Whitco, conference game at Northwestern, beginning at 7:45. So there's the first buzzer. Hamilton Heights and Peru. Lady Huskies going to have the alternate possession to begin the second quarter. 8 minutes on the game clock is going to be brought in by Reese Blanton. She wears number 22. She'll toss it in to number 2, Gabby Lowe. Gabby Lowe will take the points. She'll work it left side back to Blanton. Outside, cross-court pass. Cameron Roten, she'll dribble in. She'll go off the glass. Shot would go. A little bit of a friction there. No call. Back the other direction. Addie Robbins on the dribble. She'll pounce it in. Bounce pass. Nice pass by Robbins. 2-point shot good. Madeline Gatliff off the glass. She's a 5'10 junior. We're going to left side with the basketball. Now out top, Reese Blanton. Out top, they'll reset the offense with Cameron Roten. Left side, they'll work at Gabby Lowe. Behind the arc, 3-point shot in the air, Addison Bloom. Shot is good. Left elbow extended, Addison Bloom for 3. She's shooting above 30% on the season from 3-point land. They'll work it in outside. They're working through the corner. Thought about a shot. They're working around the perimeter. Addie Robbins to the corner again. 3-point shot, rims off. Wouldn't go. There'll be a foul on the rebound. That 3-point shot taken by number 1, J.C. Boswell. Boswell on the season shooting 33% from 3-point land. They say 30 is good. So, but out of the ball game, it's going to be Addison Bloom for Hamilton Heights. Also out of the ball game, Reese Blanton. Ronnie Suarez in the ball game, and also back in the game is Bailey Eisel. We're working around the perimeter. Ball brought in, Peru. 3-point shot, Addie Robbins. Rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by J.C. Boswell. They'll have another attempt at the basket. 6:50 left here in the second quarter. 26-7. Lady Huskies by 19. They're working in the front court on the dribble. Working back around Olivia Ross. Outside the arc, 3-point shot, rims off short. That was Addie Robbins. Addie Robbins on the season, shooting 34% behind the arc. They go baseline, 3-point shot in the air. Suarez, short off the rim, wouldn't go. Rebound, Peru, Olivia Ross to the front court. 3-point shot in the air, good. Nope, rimmed off, wouldn't go. Again, that shot taken by J.C. Boswell. Rebound, Hamilton Heights. Going to go coast to coast off the glass. Left-handed, wouldn't go. Bailey Eisel couldn't get it to go. So they'll bring it to the front court in a hurry. Now Addie Robbins going to slow it up just a bit. They're working right side, Olivia Ross to the corner. And that ball was not tipped. It goes out of bounds. And Addison Butt is letting the referee know that hit Gabby Lowe, but the officials not in cahoots with her. They're going to give the ball back to Hamilton Heights. 6 minutes left. Brought in backcourt, side court by Cameron Roten. Crossing the timeline on the dribble is Bailey Eisel. She'll work it right side to the corner. Riley Suarez. Out top, Gabby Lowe, she'll dribble in. 13-footer, took a shot, he got blocked. And Gabby Lowe trying to follow her shot. Going to get picked up a foul right there. Trying to follow her shot. So she has one. I take that back. She'll pick up her second foul here in the ball game. Addison Bloom is back in the ball game, and And Gabby Lowe going to take a breather and have a little bit of a talk right there with Coach Trimpy. It's all good. We're going to see the front court. Pass to Olivia Ross. She's going to step on the side court line. Difficult pass to handle. It was going out of bounds. She tried to save it. Put that right foot on the side court line. Going to give it back to the Lady Huskies. 5:40 on the game clock. 26-7. Lady Huskies in front. Skip pass around the perimeter. But we're back out top. Cameron Roten to the corner. Addison Bloom. She'll go baseline. She'll pass it in to Hillfiker. Inside out play. 3-point shot. Good. Left elbow extended. That was Bailey Eisel for three. Bailey Eisel on the season shooting just below 30% at 29%. Going to drill it to the front court. Addie Robbins. She'll work her right side. Olivia Ross. Back to Robbins out top. They'll bounce it in the paint. Turnaround jumper. Got it. Credit to bucket. Peru Lady Tiger. Number 2, Madeline Gatliff for 2. It's 29-9. Hamilton Heights by 20. Over to the baseline. Take it back out. Cameron Roten. Left side. Suarez to the corner. Bailey Eisel. 3-point shot long. Wouldn't go. Karam's off the leg of Addison Bloom. Goes out of bounds. Going to belong to the Peru Lady Tigers. So Hamilton Heights going to provide some pressure again in the backcourt. They'll pass out of it to the front court with Olivia Ross. Pick up the dribble outside the arc. You get it back to point guard. Shooting guard, Addie Robbins. They'll go to the corner again. 3-point shot wouldn't go. A 3-point shot taken by J.C. Boswell. Hamilton Heights with the rebound. They'll work it up ahead. 2-point bucket off the glass. Layup for Addison Bloom. 31-9. Hamilton Heights in front. 4:16 left here in the second quarter. Work it back around. They'll work it out top. That's Olivia Ross. Triple threat. She'll pass out of it. She'll pass left side. Addie Robbins to the corner again. 3-point shot. Good. Nothing but net for J.C. Boswell. She entered this game with 21 for 64 from 3-point land. She's above that now. 3-point shot wouldn't go. Addison Bloom in front of the Peru bench. Rebound. Peru Lady Tigers to the front court. Addie Robbins. She'll pop a 14-footer. Nothing but net for Robbins. Going to be a take that back. Going to be a 30-second timeout called by Hamilton Heights. 3:40 left here in the second quarter. Hamilton Heights 31. Peru 14. And Will mentioned Hamilton Heights in Peru. Hamilton Heights entered this arena at 4-2. Home games, they're 3 wins, no losses. On the away games, they're 1-2. Peru Lady Tigers entered this game at 4-4. They are 1-3 at home. They are 3-0 on their away games. So both teams are going to get out to the surface. We'll talk about some more team scoring averages here in just a moment. Hamilton Heights going to bring it in from the backcourt. It's going to be brought in right there to Bailey Eisel. She'll dribble it to the timeline. Left-handed dribble, left-handed player. Trying to direct some offense. Addison Bloom, stationary dribble out there. Back pedal dribble, she'll square it up. Top of the key, she'll work it back to Addison Bloom. Cross-court skip pass Suarez. She'll go across the free throw line and back pedal out of it. Behind the arc, back to Bailey Eisel. Eisel going to dribble in. Playing good defense against her is Addison Budd out top. 3-point shot, good. Credit to bucket, Cameron Roten. She did not play in the Danville game, but prior game, she was lighting them up from 3-point land. 2:58 on the game clock. Crossing the timeline, Olivia Ross. We're working left side behind the arc. 3-point shot, good. She's got 2 in a row. That's J.C. Boswell, 5'8" junior. She got a nice, pure shot. 3-point shot for Boswell. 34-17. Going to dribble in. Turnaround jumper just outside the paint. Wouldn't go for Suarez. Ball caroms. It's off the leg of a Peru Lady Tiger. It's going to belong to Hamilton Heights. In their front court, they'll go underneath the basket. They go left of the bucket on the baseline. Going to be brought in by Bailey Eisel. Looking to get it in. Olivia Ross providing defense. They'll get it in. Reverse layup. Left side. Suarez. Suarez, I tell you what, shots like that, the Indiana Fever. Looking for her in a few years. Going to work it back around. They'll bounce it in the paint. To work her way in, they'll go off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Peru Lady Tiger. Madeline Gatliff Rebound Hamilton Heights. They'll bring it through the front court with Bloom, and now she'll get the ball back to Bailey Isel. She'll work it left side behind the arc. Suarez works it out top. Cameron Roten, she'll bring back to Suarez in the paint. Turnaround jumper wouldn't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by Peru. Credit that board to Madeline Gatliff. To the front court, Addie Robbins. She'll bounce it in. They'll go to the corner with it. 3-point shot in the air, short off the rim. Wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Addison Butts. Saved from going out of bounds by Cameron Roten. Bringing it to the front court is Addison Bloom. Short cross-court skip pass to the corner. That's Abby Hillfiker. Back out to Cameron Roten. She'll dribble the lane. She'll go shot off the mark. She got her own board. Put it back up off the glass and good. Cameron Roten for two. 38-17. Lady Huskies in front. They'll go the distance. Addie Robbins goes hard to the hoop left side. She'll get fouled. Shot wouldn't go in, but she'll shoot two. 1:23 on the game clock. And Addie Robbins are going to get a couple. They're going to whistle this foul. On Hamilton Heights, number 14, Abby Hillfiker, she has two. Lady Huskies have three in the quarter. First shot, good, nothing but net. That's 23, Addie Robbins. She entered this game shooting 81% from the foul stripe. She's now 51 for 63 on the season. She'll get one more. 1:23 left. Second quarter, second shot, also good. She got both of them. 38-19. Lady Huskies in front. Crossing the timeline on the dribble. Bailey Isel. 1:16 left. Out top with the basketball. Cameron Roten back to Suarez. Behind the arc, back to Cameron. Cameron Roten going to pass it down low. Tall pass. Couldn't be handled there by Suarez. It's intercepted by Gatliff back the other direction. Or the Lady Tigers. Back fiddle dribble to work it in. Outside the arc, she get the ball back. That's Addie Robbins. Hesitation dribble. She'll work it back out top. Olivia Ross. She'll go to the corner with it. 3-point shot wouldn't go. Rebound Gatliff. She'll go off the glass. Got the bucket. Madison Gatliff for two. 40 seconds left. 38-21. Lady Huskies by 17. Working in the front court, Cameron Roten. They'll work it out top. Reese Blanton. Reset the offense. Skip pass to the other corner. Bailey Isel now back out to Cameron. Roten going to work it right side. Suarez back to Cameron Roten. 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. 38-21. Stationary. Triple threat available for Cameron Roten. Nobody closely guarding her. 10 seconds left. They'll begin the approach. Bailey Isel outside on the dribble. Looking to get rid of it. 4 seconds. She's going to have to shoot it. Outside, it's going to be Addison Bloom. Then I'm not going to get a shot away. They work it in the paint. Here's an alley-oop shot to Suarez in the paint right side of the glass. They got the bucket, but it was just behind the buzzer, and the officials waved it off, and they should have. So no bucket there on that last possession, even though it went in. So halftime score, Hamilton Heights 38, Peru 21. And I will mention this game is in part being brought to you by Hope Jewelers. They're in Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit. Jewelers, they're in downtown Tipton, next to the Diana Theater. They're at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana. That's 46072. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-9720. Again, their number is 765-675-9720. Jewelers, they're open daily. They're open Tuesday. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30. They're open on Saturday, 9:30 to 2. And also bringing you tonight's contest. Attention, basketball fans. I would like to take this moment to recognize one of our amazing local sponsors. That's McCormick Printing Impressions, your trusted full-service print shop that's been helping customers, large and small, make their best impression for more than 50 years. Family owned and operated, MPI is more than just a print shop. They're a cornerstone of our community, providing top quality printing services and office supplies to businesses, families alike. If it can be printed, MPI is here to turn your vision into reality. Next time you're looking for a team as committed to excellence as the team on the court now, remember MPI, making your impression, your first impression, and every impression unforgettable. That's McCormick Printing Impressions Incorporated. 7:38 on the game clock, and we'll finish this up. We'll mention Hamilton Heights and Peru. Hamilton Heights and Peru, if you go by scoring per quarter so far on the season, Hamilton Heights in the first quarter, they averaged 17 points. Now that's in 6 ball games. And we'll mention Peru Lady Tigers first quarter. In 8 ball games, they averaged 11.2. Hamilton Heights in the second quarter, they averaged 11.6 points per second quarter average. Peru Lady Tigers 10.8. In the third quarter, Hamilton Heights, they averaged 16.8 points. Peru Lady Tigers, they averaged 10.7. Hamilton Heights, in the fourth quarter, they averaged 16.6. Peru Lady Tigers, 12.2. The Lady Tigers, I should mention, Peru Lady Tigers have played in 2 overtime games in their 8 games so far. Their first game of the season was overtime. That was on November the 5th versus Culver Academy. And that was at Culver Academy. Peru got the win 58-54. They also got the win in their overtime game. That was game 7, November 21st. That was at Northfield. Peru got the win 57-54. And I will mention rebounds per game average. Both teams, they averaged 26.5 rebounds per game for each team. That's Hamilton Heights and Peru. Assists per game, Hamilton Heights averages 14.5. Peru averages 10 assists per game. Steals per game, Hamilton Heights 8.5. Peru Lady Tigers 9.1 steals per ball game. That's an average. And block shots per game, Hamilton Heights 1.2. Peru 1.4. Both these teams, Hamilton Heights and Peru, they do have 2 common opponents this season. And those 2 teams are Kokomo and North Miami. Hamilton Heights have not played either of those teams. And I will mention Peru has played Kokomo. That was here at Peru, 50-43 contest. Kokomo got the win. Hamilton Heights will play Kokomo on December 16th. And North Miami, we'll mention Peru Lady Tigers will be at North Miami. That'll be on December 29th. And then Hamilton Heights will be also I take that back, Peru will be home with North Miami on December 29th. And Hamilton Heights will be on the road with North Miami on January 6th. January 6th, pretty special day at the court right there in Washington, D.C. a few years back. So 4 minutes, 16 seconds, clock moving. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Scott T, the Scott Dashaw. He says, when time is good, when you share, you should share and share alike. Support Indiana middle school and high school athletic. And we'll also mention Encompass Credit Union. If you're looking for a financial partner that's as community minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union. It's North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans, higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. Join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares, with branches in Tipton, Frankfurt, and Kokomo. They are there to serve our community. Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them at encompasscu.org or at any of their convenient locations. That's Encompass Credit Union. And the girls coming back out on the floor, Hamilton Heights, going to get some shots in at their end of the floor. And then we'll mention a little bit about Class 3A girls basketball varsity rankings. That's for this week. These were tabulated on December 1st this year. And here's the top 14. At number 1 this week at 5-1 is Silver Creek. They are the Lady Dragons. And on Saturday, they'll be going against Castle. That's 4A Castle. Castle currently 6-3. At number 2, it's the Washington Lady Hatchets. They are currently 6-2. At number 3, it's Jennings County. They are the Lady Panthers. They are 5-1. At number 4, Belmont, the Lady Braves at 6-1. They got 2 games coming up this week. Friday, they'll have 3A DeKalb. And on a Saturday, they'll have 3A Marion. That's Belmont, Lady Braves. They're at number 4. At number 5 is Charlestown, the Lady Pirates. They're 3-1 presently. 2 games this week. They'll have 2A Austin. And they're 5-1. And that's going to take that back. That's going to be Wednesday. That's actually tonight. That's December the 3rd. They have Austin at 5-1. Number 6 this week at 5 wins, 1 loss. Ron Colley, the Lady Royals. They'll have a 4A Tuesday game. They had one last night. And then they'll have a 2A Saturday game coming up this Saturday. And then at number 7 this week, it's Greensburg Lady Pirates, 3-2. At number 8 is Columbia City Lady Eagles at 6-2. They'll be at 3A Leo at 7-1. That'll be Saturday. That'd be a good matchup. At number 9 is Tulsa Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles, they'll have a 3A matchup with New Palestine. Lady Eagles are 6-0. And yeah, you know, New Palestine football. Ralph Kyle, he ran the table at 14-0. He's won 2 in a row. Football championships right there at Lucas Oil. At number 10 is Evansville Central. Lady Bears 4-5. Number 11, Madison Lady Cubs 6-0. Number 12, East Noble Lady Knight 5-0. At number 13, New Palestine Lady Dragons 7-1. At number 14, Northview Lady Knights 4-3. There's a second buzzer going to be brought in half court. Alternate possession arrow gives it to Peru. They're working in the front court. They go cross court, skip pass, go baseline, kick it back out behind the arc. That's Olivia Ross. She'll save the basketball from going out of bounds. It's going to be a push foul. They're going to whistle this foul on Hamilton Heights. In the front court of Peru, that ball was loose, trying to save the basketball. And they're going to whistle this foul on Cameron Roten. She has 1. Be brought in, left the bucket on the baseline to go opposite corner. 3-point shot, rims off, would go. Shot taken by Boswell. Rebound Peru. They'll have a second opportunity in the front court. Back pedal dribble out by the scores bench. Addie Robbins to the corner again. Boswell short off the rim when go. Rebound. Gatliff shot when go. Rebound. Suarez in the paint. Still outlet. Cameron Roten as she get the ball back to Bailey Isom. Working the basketball outside. Cameron Roten tipped away and stolen. Olivia Ross got a hand on it. It's stolen by Addie Robbins. She goes left side of glass, underhanded scoop shot. She absorbs a foul, and she got the bucket. So she'll go for a 3-point play. 38-23. Lady Huskies in front. 7:16 left Here in the third quarter, that foul whistled on Cameron Rote. She has two. First shot, rims off. One shot she'll get, wouldn't get it. There's going to be a foul whistle. Hamilton Heights during the rebounding stage. I'm going to call this one on the Lady Huskies. Number 44, Zoe Curry picks up her third foul of the ball game. In a hurry, get her out of the game right there with three fouls. 7:14 left in the third. In the ball game is Abby Hillfiker, number 14 for Hamilton Heights. They work the ball behind the arc. Backpedal dribble, she'll bring it back out. Addie Robbins picks up the dribble, bounces it in the paint. Outside, works it inside the lane. 3-point shot up and good go for Gatliff. Should say right there, Gatliff came down with the basketball. It'll be a foul for her. Let me double check that. It just goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hamilton Heights. Left to the bucket on the baseline. Going to be brought in by Olivia Ross. They're working around the horn. Out top of the basketball, that's 24. Kanaya Correll. They'll work at left side. On the dribble, Addie Robbins. Picked up there. She'll bounce pass in the paint. Lost the handle and be stolen by Hamilton Heights. As Addie Bloom, and she passes it up ahead. A little bit too tall. For Suarez, goes out of bounds. So Hamilton Heights trying to push the ball down the floor. Not a half-court pass there. Too tall for Suarez. So Peru brings it in. They'll bring it into half court. Bring it in. That's Ross. So we're back to Addie Robbins. She'll dribble in. She'll take a shot off the glass. Wouldn't get it. Rebound, Cameron Rote. She'll pass to the front court. He'll find Suarez on this one. 2-point bucket layup right side of the glass for Riley Suarez. It's a 40-23 contest. Hamilton Heights by 17. Going to be thrown away in the front court. Hamilton Heights going to get the steal. Addie Bloom, she'll pop a 3-point shot. Right elbow extended, wouldn't get it. Long Karam picked up on the rebound by Addie Robbins of Peru. Back the other direction, outside the arc, and bring it back to Robbins. She'll dribble in, outside the arc. Moving the basketball there. Madison Gatliff out top. 3-point shot, good. Right at the bucket. Peru Lady Tiger, number 1, J.C. Boswell, another 3-point bomb. 40-26, Lady Huskies by 14. Bloom in the corner in the front court. She'll pass out of it. So we're getting to Cameron Roten. They'll go to the opposite corner. 3-point shot, rims around. That's Bailey Eisel. Couldn't get it. But Suarez is right there in the paint to rebound and put it back up and in. 2-point bucket left side of the glass for Suarez. 42-26. Hamilton Heights providing some pressure. They pass out of it to the front court. Olivia Ross. Addie Robbins, 3-point shot in the air. Rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by Hamilton Heights. Bailey Eisel. She'll bring it to the timeline. She'll pass it down low. Suarez off the glass, got the bucket. And Suarez will shoot one more. 5:02 left here in the third. I'm going to count the bucket. Substitution in the ball game for the Lady Huskies. It's going to be Reese Blanton, number 22. Taking a breather is number 3, Addison Bloom. A foul whistled on Peru Lady Tigers. The 23, Addie Robbins. She has 2. 3-point play opportunity is good for Riley Suarez. 45-26. Lady Huskies in front. They'll provide some pressure in the backcourt. And Olivia Ross brings it to the front court. They get it back to Boswell. She'll try a bounce pass, try to get to the Gatliff. It's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Reese Blanton. It's going to belong to the Peru Lady Tigers. Halfway in the front court, they'll pass it to the front court. Addie Robbins pass out in front of the Peru bench. Olivia Ross. So we're back inside. Back pedal dribble to Robbins. She'll work it outside. Going to get a shot off the glass. Good. That's Peru Lady Tiger, J.C. Boswell. First 3-point shot I remember from her. She's a 3-point threat. 45-28. She's going to drive baseline. Suarez. She'll sidestep a defender. That was Gatliff. She'll go off the glass. 2-point bucket for Suarez. 47-28. 4:15 on the game clock. We're in the third quarter. Only one game tonight. This one started at 6:30 p.m. Actually, 6:34. We're going to back around. Going to go baseline. Robbins, she'll go at the shot outside the paint. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound put back by Gatliff wouldn't go. Got her own board. Tried to hand the ball off, and it's stolen by Bailey Eisel. She'll pass it up ahead. 2-point basket off the glass for Riley Suarez. Uncontested. 49-28. Cross court skip pass. Olivia Ross jumps up, works it left side behind the arc. That's Addie Robbins, back pedal dribble. She'll reset the offense near the center circle. They've got a P logo right here. It looks like the Purdue P. It stands for Peru. They try a bounce pass into paint. It's going to be intercepted and stolen by Cameron Roten. To the front court. Bailey Icy back out right side, well behind the arc. Cameron Roten back outside. Abby Hillfiker. She'll find Reese Blanton. Blanton goes up for the shot. Trying to block the shot there was Boswell. She's going to get a piece of the body. And they're going to whistle a foul on Boswell. So they're going to Reese Blanton at the stripe, shooting two. So J.C. Boswell picks up her first. Reese Blanton at the foul stripe. She'll eye the first one. First one's up, rims around, and falls off. Reese Blanton going to have one more. He has shot 4 free throws on this season. She's looking for her first mate. 3:15 on the game clock. He'll eye the second one. Second one up, rims around, would go rebound. Hillfiker. Hillfiker went back up for the shot, and she got fouled. So she'll shoot two. They're going to whistle this on 23, Addie Robbins. Robbins going to pick up her third foul here in the third quarter. Addie Robbins, their leading scorer, 19.8 per game. First shot rims off, wouldn't go for Hillfiker. She'll get some encouragement on the lane. Abby Hillfiker, she's goes to the strike, shooting 1 for 2. She's now 1 for 3 and 1 for 4 on the season. Rebound, Addie Robbins. She'll bring it to the timeline. On the dribble, slow it up, work it right side, well behind the arc to Olivia Robbins. They'll go the corner with it. And that was Addison Budd. And I'm got to mention, defense was good there. Ball came in, knocked off the leg of Addison, goes out of bounds, belongs to Hamilton Heights. Crossing the timeline, Bailey Isel. She'll toss it into paint. Hillfiker. Hillfiker goes behind the arc. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Nothing but net. That's Cameron Roten. Right elbow extended. Roten for 3. Hamilton Heights providing pressure. They'll pass out of it. To the front court, Olivia Ross. Ball's loose. It's picked up by Addison. But they're working through the corner. 3-point shot. Addie Robbins. Shot would go. It'd be a jump ball. They came down simultaneously. With the basketball, that was Abby Hillfiker. And also climbing the ladder there was number 44, Izzy Coletti. Izzy Coletti, a 5'7" sophomore for the Lady Tigers. Ball brought in backcourt on the alternate possession arrow. To the front court, Bailey Isel. Back pedal dribble, working left side behind the arc, picks up her dribble. Works her right side, Reese Blanton. Cross court pass behind the arc to Suarez. Now back to Bailey. Bailey Isel in front of the Husky bench. 2:14 on the game clock. Zoe Curry. She'll go to the corner with it. Bailey Isel, double team. She'll pass it near the paint there. And Zoe Curry. They're going to whistle a foul. Going to be a reach in from behind. I think it's Olivia Ross. Olivia Ross going to pick up her first foul in the ball game. She's the original starter. She jumps center. So Bailey Isel going to take a breather in the ball game for Hamilton Heights. Is number 2, Gabby Lowe, 5'5" freshman. Ball going to be brought in, left of the bucket on the baseline by Reese Blanton of Hamilton Heights, looking to get it in. She'll pass it in tall, picked it behind the arc by Gabby Lowe. Back pedal dribble. She'll bounce pass right side to Hillfiker. And there's going to be a foul whistle in the paint. You got to imagine these guys are used to boys basketball, but they show up here tonight. They are encouraged. They showed up wanting to do the game. They do. But it's a little different calling a girls' game than a boys' game. With a foul strike, first shot good for Riley Suarez. That foul was whistled on Peru Lady Tiger, number 44, Izzy Coletti. She has 1. Tigers have 5 in the quarter. Second shot, long off the rim, wouldn't go. Rebound putback is good off the glass for Abby Hillfiker. Hillfiker for 2. It's 55-28. In the backcourt, Hamilton Heights providing pressure. They'll get it to the front court with the pass. Outside the arc, Olivia Ross, 3-point shot when you go. Rebound, Zoe Curry for the Lady Huskies. She'll go to the front court. She'll pass it down low. 2-point shot when you go for Suarez. Ball bounces caroms, and it's going to be a tie up once again. It's going to be a jump ball. That was Suarez and Ross. Alternate possession arrow gives it back to Peru. 134, Hamilton Heights pressure in the backcourt. They'll pass out of it. Olivia Ross to the front court. He'll pass it back out. They'll work it outside. They'll work it to Boswell. They'll go to Addie Robbins. She'll dribble in baseline, take a shot. It's blocked. Ball ends up in the hands of Zoe Curry. She'll pass to the front court. 2-point basket off the glass. Suarez, 57-28. 1:09 left here in the third quarter. On the dribble outside, they'll work it to Olivia Ross to the corner. Boswell tipped away. It's going to be the last touch by Hillfiker. Goes out of bounds. Going to belong to Peru. So 1:01 left here in the third quarter. Going to be brought in. Peru Lady Tigers ride the bucket on the back. Picked up there by Hillfiker, and she'll get the ball back to Reese Blanton. She'll cross the timeline on the dribble. She'll work it right side. She'll go behind the arc, right into Suarez. Suarez tosses it inside to Hillfiker. Hillfiker wanted to pass it to Zoe Curry. It's tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Olivia Ross of Peru. Can be brought in left to the right of the bucket on the baseline. Reese Blanton going to bring it in. Olivia Ross going to provide the pressure on at the baseline. They'll work it back around. Outside the arc on the dribble, Gabby Lowe. 35 seconds left, third quarter. 57-28. Lady Huskies on the drive. Go baseline, trying to get it inside the Hillfiker. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Tigers. 26 seconds left. Can be brought in right of the bucket on the baseline by Gabby Lowe. Gabby Lowe, not real tall. Gabby Lowe can try to get in 5'5", and she'll get the ball in out behind the arc. And it's Reese Blanton on the dribble outside. Gabby Lowe going to be tipped away and nearly stolen by Olivia Ross. Tips it out of bounds. Going to stay in the front court with Hamilton Heights. 18.3 left. Third quarter, 57-28. Lady Huskies in front. Just tossed it into the corner. Zoe Curry down low to Suarez. She go off the glass, couldn't get it. Got her own rebound, put it back up. Wouldn't get that one either. And there's going to be a foul on the rebound of that second shot of Suarez. And they're going to whistle that one on Abby Hillfiker. She'll pick up number 3 in the ball game. She'll take a breather. And back in the ball game for the Lady Huskies is number 3, Addison Bloom. 12.3 left. They toss the ball in. Half court, crossing the half court line is Addie Robbins. Olivia Ross, she'll get the ball back from the corner. That was Addison Butt. They're going to do the opposite corner. Back to Robbins. 1 second, she'll take a shot in the paint. Got it. About a 12-footer. Floater for Addie Robbins at the buzzer. The end of 3 quarters of play. Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies 57. Peru Lady Tigers 30. And we do appreciate you tuning in. And we'll also mention those Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts, they're going to have Jacksonville. The Jaguars, that'll be at Jacksonville. That'll be a 1 o'clock start this Sunday. And then they'll have another away game, Seattle Seahawks. It'll be a 4:25 start a week from Sunday. And then San Francisco 49ers. Colts going to have their primetime game on ESPN. Monday Night Football on the 22nd. And that'll be at Lucas Oil Stadium. That'll be big, city of Indianapolis. 8:15 start time on ESPN on the 22nd of December. A good win there. Be a good Christmas present for the Colts Nation. So first buzzer sound, there's the second one. It'll be brought in. Hamilton Heights going to get the alternate possession arrow. It's going to be brought in half court by Reese Blanton. 8 minutes, fourth quarter brought in, slightly backcourt. On the dribble is Gabby Lowe. She'll bounce it in, elbow right side. Curry, back to Reese Blanton. She'll go through the lane to kick it back out. On the dribble now is Gabby Lowe, back pedal dribble. She'll work it left side. They're working inside to Curry. She'll bounce it down low off the glass. 2-point bucket, Addison Bloom. Good ball movement by the Huskies. 59-30. Ball's in the front court. 7:33 on the game clock. Fourth quarter. We're going to right side, well behind the arc. Olivia Ross back to We're going to back to Olivia. Working the ball back around. Back out top, Addie. Addie Robbins on the dribble. Back middle dribble. She'll reset the offense. Hamilton Heights playing a 3-2 zone. They'll bounce it inside. Tipped away and stolen. Picked up there by Hamilton Heights. That's Addison Bloom. Bloom going to go baseline. She'll bring the ball back out. Cross court skip pass. Gabby Lowe. They'll work it in elbow right side. Curry. Inside out play. 3-point shot off the mark. Shot taken there by Riley Suarez. Rebound fought for. Picked up by Gabby Lowe. They'll go to the right corner. Baseline. 3-point shot. Good. Addison Bloom for three. 62-30. Hamilton Heights playing defense in the front court. They go to the opposite corner. That's the Lady Tigers. They'll bring it back out. Reset the offense with Olivia Ross. Now back to Robbins. Robbins goes in with the floater, similar to the buzzer beater at the third quarter break. He couldn't get it, but the rebound putback is good. Credit the bucket, number 2, Madeline Gatliff for the Lady Tigers. 62-32. Ball's in the front court on the dribble. Reese Blanton. Outside the arc, Suarez. Cross-court skip pass. Gabby Lowe. She'll dribble in. She'll absorb a foul. Going to be a holding foul. And that was Peru Lady Tiger, number 24. Kanaya Correll. She's a senior, 5'7". She's pretty good size gal. They bring the ball in. It's going to be a jump ball. Tying the ball up right there on the inbound was Addie Robbins. And working right there, I believe it was Reese Blanton. Also, the possession arrow goes back to Peru. So crossing the timeline at a dribble pace, she'll slow it up now. Addie Robbins skip pass to the corner. Works the ball back around to Addie Robbins outside the arc. They'll go to the corner with it. 3-point shot in the air, short off the mark. Wouldn't go. That was J.C. Boswell. Rebound Peru. Out top, 3-point shot off the mark. Wouldn't go. Gatliff on the rebound putback is good. Maddie Gatliff on the rebound putback of the 3-point shot missed by number 23, Addie Robbins. In the front court, Hamilton Heights going baseline. Suarez is evidently going to step on the baseline out of bounds. And the official points the other way. So Reese Blanton going to take a breather here in the ball game. And Abby Hillfiker back in the game. She has 3 fouls. 5.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. They're working right side to the corner. That's number 2, Madeline Gatliff. They're working around the perimeter out top. That's Addie Robbins, back pedal dribble. They'll go to the corner with it. That was number 1, Boswell, back out top to work the basketball. Robbins now right side, well behind the arc on the dribble. Olivia Ross back to Robbins. She'll dribble in. They go to the corner. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Another 3-point bomb. Good by number 1, J.C. Boswell. As mentioned, began this game at 33%. I'm quite sure she's well above that now. They'll go to the corner with it. Bring it back to elbow. Zoe Curry. Brought the ball down. The pass was low. About waist high. And he didn't bring the ball up. And that's a pretty easy ball to tie up there at the elbow, right side. So alternate possession arrow. Going to give it back to Hamilton Heights. Gabby Lowe is going to take a breather. Back in the ball game is Bailey Eisel. She'll bring the ball in, right the bucket on the baseline. She'll find Suarez. Suarez goes up with a shot. She got stripped, and it goes out of bounds. Going to stay in the front court with Hamilton Heights. Left of the bucket on the baseline. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left. 62-37. Lady Huskies in front. They'll toss it in tall. Elbow left side to Suarez. Now back out top to Addison Bloom. They'll work a right side skip pass to Bailey Eisel. Back pedal dribble. She'll reset the offense. She'll work it left side. Addison Bloom. She'll work it down low. It's going to be stolen. Not a good pass there by Bloom. Stolen by Boswell. Back the other direction. Off the glass. Left-handed layup. Good by Addie Robbins. 62-39. Hamilton Heights in the front court. On the dribble, Bailey Eisel. Works to the left side. Addison Bloom. Picks up double team. She'll jump pass out of it. Behind the arc, get it back to Suarez. She'll work it into Curry. Curry off the glass, couldn't get it. Rebound Peru, credit the board. 24, Kanaya Correll. They'll go back the other direction. And Gatliff in the paint takes a shot. She got fouled. She'll shoot 2. And that foul whistled Hamilton Heights. Be whistled on number 10, Bailey Eisel. Eisel has 1 in the contest. At the free throw line, Madeline Gatliff. First shot, good. Madeline Gatliff entered this ball game shooting 71% at the free throw stripe. She's now 18 for 25 on the season. Eyes the second one, got both of them, 19 for 26 at the stripe for Madeline Gatliff. 62-41. Lady Huskies in front. 3:52 left. Entry pass in the paint tipped away and stolen by Gatliff. Back to the front court on the dribble is Addie Robbins. She'll dribble in. Outside the arc, 3-point shot in the air. Good. Guess who? Number 1, J.C. Boswell for 3. She's got to have at least half a dozen or better. 3-point shots good in this ball game. She had to warm up, though. I will say she missed the first couple. 62-44. Going to pass it in. Curry inside out to go to Hillfiker. Now bounce it back into Curry. Now back to Bailey Isel. Behind the arc, 3-point shot, rims off long. Shot taken by Addison Bloom. Rebound Peru. To the front court, Addie Robbins. Outside the arc, 3-point shot, good. I sure wouldn't want to play her in a game of horse. That was number 1, J.C. Boswell. Full 60-second timeout with 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Hamilton Heights 62. Peru 47. And again, we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. Indiana Express Rentals, when you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They're located at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana, at 1708 South 8th Street. Simply call them at 317-773-4800. Again, their number is 317-773-4800. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available. And a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals. Their hours of operation, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Penske Truck Rentals. The name Penske alone takes any possible concerns away from any travel. That's Indiana Express Rentals in Noblesville. Ball's brought in backcourt. Hamilton Heights on the dribble. To the timeline, crossing over, working the basketball there is Bailey Isel. Bounce pass to the left side, works it back to Cameron. They're working down low, reverse layup, baseline drive, left to right. That was Suarez for 2. 2:43 left. To the corner, 3-point shot over the rim, wouldn't go. A little friction after the shot, no call. Rebound Hamilton Heights, Bailey Isel. She'll pass it up ahead. Couldn't handle the pass. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Peru Lady Tigers. 64-47. Lady Huskies in front. 2:33 left, fourth quarter. Can be brought in from the corner. Baseline, right in the bucket. Bailey Isel should get it in. Right there to Suarez. Riley Suarez going to go baseline. Working against her is Gatliff. Inside out play. 3-point shot off the rim. Wouldn't go for Cameron Roten. Ball caroms hard, saving the ball from going out of bounds. Trying to. She had a foot on the baseline. That was Bailey Isel. Going to belong to Peru. And be brought in. Hamilton Heights trying to get some pressure in the backcourt. Going to pass out of it. Going to go to the front court again. It's going to be Olivia Ross. She'll get it to Addie Robbins. She'll dribble in outside the paint. So we're back in. 3-point shot in the air. Rims off, wouldn't go. That time for Boswell. Going to be an offensive foul on the board. They're going to whistle this on Madeline Gatliff. During the rebound, a little bit of a push off. The official blows the whistle, points the other direction. 2:05 left. Lady Huskies on the dribble. Bailey Isel working against Olivia Ross. They're trying to go to the corner with it. Gatliff knocks it out of bounds. They were trying to find Suarez in the right corner baseline. It's going to be brought in the front court by Hamilton Heights in front of the bench area. Huskies bench. Cameron Roten looking to get it in. She does. To get it in to the corner. That was Addison Bloom. They'll bounce it around. And Curry couldn't get the shot to go just outside the paint. She tried one off the glass. trying to get her own board. She's going to commit a foul. So Zoe Curry has 4 fouls here in the ball game. 154 left. See if Coach Trippy going to leave her in. 64-47. They go to the corner with it. Gatliff, and there can be a foul whistled on Cameron Roten. Converges, commits the foul. She has 3 in the ball game. Team foul number 3 here in the quarter for Hamilton Heights. Looking to get it in. Addie Robbins tried to pass it in. It might have hit the official, but the officials, if he's in play, the ball is in play. I'm not sure he was in play. I thought it might have got him. It stayed in the court right there, and they played it. Hamilton Heights going to end the ball game with 5 wholesale substitutions. So they're ending the ball game. That's number 15, Kaylee Smith, 5'5" freshman. Also in the ball game, number 20, Annie Scheller. She has scored this year. She got 2 points, 5'4" freshman. Ball brought in, backward. It'll be a jump ball. Jump ball tie-up, alternate possession arrow, going to give it to Peru. And Gabby Lowe back in the game for Hamilton Heights. Reese Blanton back in the game for Hamilton Heights. And Gabby Hillfiker on the floor for the Lady Huskies. 1:35 on the game clock. Gatliff dribbles in outside the paint. Going to be a blocking foul. Let's see if the basket's going to count. The block might have occurred. They're going to count it. They're going to count that bucket. Gatliff is going to shoot one more. So Maddie Gatliff back in the stripe, as I mentioned, to start this ball game. Maddie Gatliff shooting well at the stripe, 71%. She got 2 in her last trip. She's 19 for 26 on the season. She'll fly it, and she got a 3-point play right there. So Gatliff's 3-point play, 64-50. Hamilton Heights by 14. 1:28 on the game clock. Crossing the timeline on the dribble was Reese Blanton. Tried to pass it. Going to be intercepted going back the other direction off the glass. 2-point bucket. Madeline Gatliff for 2. And then a steal in the front and the backcourt. Hamilton Heights makes a pass inside, and it's stolen. And Coach Trippy going to re-enter 5 ladies probably to finish this game. So that foul whistled on Gabby Lowe. She has 3. 2 shots at the foul stripe. First one short off the mark. Addie Robbins at the foul stripe. She entered this game at 81% from the stripe. Zoe Curry, Madison Bloom, Riley Suarez, Cameron Roten, and Bailey Isel back on the floor for the Huskies. Second shot rims off short. Would go rebound. Zoe Curry, she'll get it to Bailey Isel. They'll try to keep her in the backcourt. She'll pass to the front court. Curry works to the left side to Bloom. Now back behind the arc. Bailey Isel. 1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. They're working right elbow. Zoe Curry back to Addison Bloom. Cross court skip pass. Moving the basketball. Not interested in a shot. We're going to back out top. Cameron Roten. We're going to end the elbow. Going to drop baseline drive. Shot rolls around. Would go. Addison Bloom will shoot 2. Good cut there. Baseline drive for Bloom. So she'll shoot a couple. Foul's going to be whistled on Madeline Gatliff. She has 2 in the contest. Addison Bloom will shoot 2. Her shot up and good. Addison Bloom on the season entered this game at 86%. She's tied with Suarez. Got the first one and got the second one. Addison Bloom now 8 for 9 on the season at the stripe. 47 seconds in the front court. Addie Robbins, they'll work it in. Outside the paint, back out to Addie. She'll pop a 3-point shot. Short off the mark, wouldn't go. From straight away, rebound, Cameron Roten. She's going to take a long pass to the front court. Softball pass off the hands of Suarez into the hands of Addison Bloom. 2-point shot good for Bloom. 68-52 in the front court. 21 seconds left, fourth quarter. On the dribble, Addie Robbins. Left side, Olivia Ross. Back to Robbins. She'll dribble in. They'll go to the corner with it. She'll drive baseline just outside the paint. 2-point shot wouldn't go for Gatliff. Rebound, Addison Bloom for Hamilton Heights. Back to Cameron Roten. Now Bailey Iso will dribble across the timeline. And that will complete today's ball game as the clock empties out. Final score tonight at Peru is Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies 68. Peru Lady Tigers 52. And yes, the Peru Lady Tigers will be at Wabash on Saturday night, 6 o'clock JV, 7:45 varsity. Hamilton Heights on Saturday, that'll be the next game. They will host the Connorsville Lady Spartans. And Hamilton Heights, that game will start at noon for the JV, 1:30 for the varsity. And we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention, no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.